the lightning flash and the thunder and the explosion was like you're getting a feedback under your feet. So it's like you're hearing it above you and you're feeling it under your feet and stuff like that. And you know, being lying on a bed and you feel it moving with you, you know it's not really pretty at that time.
Several communities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines were devastated by La Soufrière's explosive eruptions, leaving some virtually cut off from the rest of the island due to heavy ashfall. The Northern Village of Owia, which sits on the outskirts of the volcano, is one of them. We are on our way to Owia, one of the communities significantly affected by the La Soufrière eruptions. Now, today we're getting there by boat. Currently we're in the south end of the island. We have to get there by boat because it's almost impossible to get there on the leeward end or the windward end by foot. So we're going to travel by boat. We were lucky enough to get two guys to take us. So stay tuned. On April 8th, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez gave an emergency evacuation order for residents living in the red zone. Some people immediately left, while others attempted to brave the violent eruptions. Venturing along the coastlines, you saw the destruction of many trees, now a common sight in the red zone. Arriving in the fishing port of Owia, the impact of soufrière was clear. Most, if not all, of the village was covered in ash, and aside from the ash, we were also greeted to the cries of hungry animals, roaming around, foraging what little food they could. Some not able to continue. While the village was a ghost town, some residents taking refuge in other sections of the island came back to collect more of their belongings and check on their homes. Caswell Thomas, a pastor, says it was a frightening experience. He stayed in Owia a day after the first eruption.
I was here when it started, evacuate the Thursday when the government gave the permission. I was to stay back because of my grandfather, who is, I don't want to use mentally ill, but he doesn't comply with anyone and stuff like that. And I know it was going to be difficult for my aunt to struggle with him and stuff like that. So I decided to stay back because I know my assistance will be needed at that time. So we spent the Thursday night, we spent the Friday night here, and then the Saturday morning we evacuate by the Coast Guard and the other speedboat come and get us and stuff like that. But Friday night was really terrible, being a human and doesn't have a strong mind in a time like that, it could have caused anybody to faint. That's the word to use and stuff like that. It was really a difficult night and stuff like that, but through it all, I have a peace because I believe in the God that I serve. But in relate of our village and what happened, it's gonna take a pretty long time for us to find safety or peace, comfort in this village again. So through it all, I always say that God have the final say, and whatever He decide is what we are going to agree with.
With ash as dense as sand on the beach, some vehicles struggled to traverse through the area and had to be assisted. Bradley Bracken, who was part of a group of men helping residents with supplies, says he wants this experience to teach Vincentians to unify.
Like we experience this thing no more. The older generation have tell us a lot of lie about the suffering, and now we come to witness that the suffering is far more different than what they're telling people. And I think the land them that the government is moving, relocating the people is very dangerous right about now, so they have to look for different relocation for the people them. And I go like to see above the river, still be above the river. We cannot give up, we have to fight on, clean up the place, help one another, be who we be again, share enough love and thing, because plenty hate and fight down, we have to cut out that. We can't live with that because the Almighty don't show a sign that we're supposed to unite and live as one, you know what? So this disaster will teach us and learn us plenty things that we did not learn, and if we didn't learn now, we ain't gonna learn again, you know what? So this is a good experience for me. I love how I experience it. I'm very determined to experience it, so this is the own will of my will. So let it be the will of God be done. Yeah, be done. You know what? So I just step on the countryside helping out my people and my friends, you know what? Because it's the love of my people, I love them, I have to help them, you know what? Doesn't matter the risk. So people who is listening on the other side and who could assist us and help us in the best way they could, we'll be very appreciative for that. So we are in a very distressed need right now, a very disaster style, something that we never witnessed in our lifetime, and we could tell the world that really going on.
Dion Lewis experienced the 1971 and 1979 eruptions. She said initially she wanted to stay, but changed her mind.
This is one, and then this one here now, Wednesday night, when they said that people start to really, Prime Minister come on the A and said that people must not evacuate and don't get panic. That's why they come and just the nation. So with that now, it come like people get, feel to yourself, well, nothing can happen, right? But I pack a few things and so like my important things, I put them and put in a bag and so like that. And then 4 o'clock now, he said that they getting used to that on his name, must say that people must start packing because the stuff is start here. I said to my wife and my husband and my son, I say, I am not going anyway because I witnessed 1971, I witnessed 1970 and not going anyway. So then people start preparing, people start jogging down from Fancy, what a private vehicle, start, going on things like that. It was a really, really serious time at that night because any emergency, any accidents could take place because coming and people start going and coming, accidents. So me say, we ain't going anyway. And then I stay here. And then the Thursday morning now, my son, we had the goat and we have a cow. So the husband said that he's going to change the cow over there. My son said he's going to change the cattle up by the mountain, up where you see the bat at the bond down up there. Up on top the goat was the time. So then he live on the garden now, there. And then I was in the kitchen preparing something to when they come back. And I hear something rolling like it sounded like a helicopter, like a jet. Going. I was right here stand up. Right? Then somebody was coming down the same time now. And I said to Mr. Chloe, you walking today? Chloe, I walk up and up by the factory and I was going up. So Mr. Bass, y'all, he said to me, he say, people going down camp. Me say, yes, but me no move, me no going nowhere. Then me say to she. And then the same time now, like a mind tell me to look up. So when I look up now, right in the holiday, I see the things start coming over. So I say, my God, so it's going to start to erupt just like that. We say, Dishan gone to mountain, the father gone to mountain. I hope they see that they must turn back. And then, in the next second, we see Rich, he come in, and he heard Daddy come in. So we getting erupt. So when my son come, he stand for right there, and then he's taking the pictures that, see the crowd coming over, taking the pictures and so like that. And then we standing here still. And then a good bit after, we hear like pebbles start dropping on the roof, And we was there. Well, it hold on for a time, and then after we are. So after the cow come back so nice and pretty, I said to myself, that must be only time, must be going to Europe again. And rough until 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, When they hear sit down, I hear like thunder rolling, lightning flashing. They say, boy, let's stop again, Europe again. And then when I look up, I see the same thing coming with the crowd. And it was there. And it start going on, it start making noise. And then it let out the first portion of thing. When you let out the first portion there, it hold off for a while. And then coming into the night then. So then coming on to in the night around about 6 o'clock now, when you know the first set got 6 o'clock like that day. It was there. And yeah. And then we see. So when I check the time now, from 3 o'clock, it was already done 3, 4, 5 o'clock, it already done dark, you could not see no way, no.
Miss West? Oh, Miss Brown?
I will organize that.
We had to keep our interview short as Dion had to leave to get a ride back home. One of the few ways to travel in the north is by a 4x4 vehicle. due to difficult terrain caused by ashfall and pyroclastic flows. While residents are eager to rebuild, a cloud of uncertainty still looms as to when the volcano will return dormant.